Yes.
Hello,
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. You?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Nice to see you tonight.
Me too. Um, we'll wait a pair
Ye-
of minutes and then we will start.
Yes, of course. Of course, we're waiting. No
Did you
rush.
today?
Sorry?
Did you work today?
Yes, yes, yes. I had a few videos and also I had some meetings in the morning in outside the working space, so I was quite busy. So it's
Mhm.
a way to finish my working day.
Okay.
How are you doing there? How is the weather in Tula?
The weather is rather cold, I say, because we were walking with my baby and it was very cold. We walked just for half an hour and came back home.
Oh, yes. Walking with babies when it's that weather, I remember it when my kids were small. It's not very pleasant, but it's okay.
With stroller.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. I think we will start. Who will be the first? Who will presentate herself?
As you wish, as you wish.
Okay,
It's
I'll
it's
say
okay.
a pair of words about myself, and then I'll give the word to you. My name is Aygun. I'm a teacher of the English and Russian languages in Russia. I live in Tula, and I teach more than 6 years. I like my profession very much. I like working with kids, with adults, and the also I like defectology. I study defectology as well, and that's all. I have a baby. He's 2 months old. I'm married. Now I'll get
Fantastic.
will say about
Okay.
herself.
Yes. So I'm Isabelle. I'm half French, half Greek, and I live in Moscow. I've been living in Russia since 2003. Originally, yes, so I'm half French, half Greek, as I told you, but I was living in Athens. When before coming in Russia, I was a lawyer, so I was practicing as a lawyer in Athens. And then when I came in Russia, I actually followed my husband because we came here due to the work of my husband. So that was a conscious decision to do this big change in our lives. So in the beginning, we were very small and I didn't have any professional activity. And then I worked, I created my real estate consulting company. So I was consulting mainly foreigners that wanted to invest in Greece. And since 2 years and a half now, I'm practicing as a health coach. So I'm a certified health coach, and this is what I'm doing. I'm a wellness consultant. I live in Moscow with my kids that are quite big now. So two of them are already 16, 17, and the eldest one is already studying in France. And this is in a very few words about myself.
Okay. Did you like Russia?
Yes, yes, I love Russia actually. I feel completely at home. So, in the beginning, it was not very easy. It was not very easy to adapt to the climates and to adapt to the different life here compared to Greece, obviously. But now I can speak the language, so we can switch. It's going to be challenging, but я могу тоже чуть-чуть на русском, но
Нет, очень
можно
хорошо
и
говорю.
на русском. Очень хорошо нет, но можно, в принципе. И тогда, да, она очень в России, мы чувствуем очень комфортно, даже если иногда есть трудности, но все равно нам нравится. We are completely we have adapted to the Russian lifestyle. So
Okay, but I live in Russia, but I was born in Russia. That's why
mhm,
it's very comfortable for me. Okay, now I think we'll pass to your professional work, to your professional sphere, because it's very interesting for me. It was for the first time when I met your account, your profile, that I have seen health coach.
mhm.
Can you explain what is it?
Yes.
What
Okay.
what work based on?
Yes, I will explain. So a health coach is actually someone who is supporting and guiding people in order for them to accomplish their goals that are related to health. So, we have life coaches, we have executive coaches, which are mainly involved with life objectives or professional objectives. As far as I'm concerned, I'm more focused on health objectives. But having said that, I see a health coach, and personally myself, I see health as in a holistic way, which means that it's not only related to what happens, in a specific area of your body, but it's seen in a holistic way. So everything is linked really, and aspects connected with your life, with your relationships with other people, with your career also very often, or even, sometimes your finances can have an impact on your life. So this is what I'm doing with my clients. I'm trying to help them to sort all that out and to analyze what are the imbalances in their life. And this is also why I've created a method which I have baptized. Sorry, I have some notifications here. I'm sorry. So I have baptized my method Balance, Connect, Act, because I consider those three concepts very crucial for one's health. So first we need to get connected. And when I mean connected, it is to connect with yourself first, then to connect in a way with the other people around you. So it's your family, it's your friends, your social environment, your professional environment. And once you have succeeded this connection, you may you may enter the phase of analyzing how you can have a balanced life. So you need to balance all the sectors of your life in a way in order to feel good. And once you have connected and once you have found that balance, you go through the motion. So you go through acting, because otherwise it's only concept which is not useful. So we really I propose some specific tools and some specific techniques to my clients in order for them to reach a healthier and much happier and balanced life in a way. So in short, what I'm doing, and I have focused to mostly to women and men that are in their between 30, I would say, and 55 years old, which are still very active, and that find sometimes difficult challenges in order to feel well, and not to feel completely drained by the rhythms of their life. So yes, this is more or less what I'm doing.
I think it's very important, speaking about a connection with yourself. It's very important and difficult to reach it, because there are people who, for example, work on and lovely work for the whole life and spend their life for nothing. And I'd like to ask you how, for a woman, for example, because my readers are women mostly, how a woman can find her sphere of self-realization without harmful health, because many of us find some jobs that we must go to job, wake up early, and also we have to keep home, to take care of children, and etc. How to do it, how to reach it.
Yes. Well, this is why I'm talking about balance, because actually, you know, in order to and connection as well. So first, we really need to get to understand what is for us. I mean, what is the right work for each of us. You know, sometimes we have some beliefs or some ideas that have been injected in our brains. Very often, it's not our
From the
yes, from the past, from the family, from society, and it doesn't correspond really to our, you know, to our inner self and ourselves. So first we need to be focused with ourselves and understand what corresponds us the best. Okay, so once we have found that, which is already not an easy process, but I think that it's something that you can work on. Once you have found that, then you should try and keep a balance, which means that you need to organize your time in such a way in order to have the necessary time for working, for yourself, first for yourself actually. You need to put in your calendar, you know, the time that will be dedicated for yourself, and then to include your work, then to include your family. Because if you feel well and if you feel connected and you feel healthy and you feel strong, then everything, you know, everything goes together like a puzzle in a way. If you are not well, collapse. Your work will collapse, your family will collapse. So first you need to find the time for yourself, and then after that to put the whole image together, let's say. And I think also it's very important not to you know, to do all that in a smooth way, not imposing too much on yourself, because then it might be too difficult, and then this is when we feel completely drained, and you know, we have burnout, which is very harmful for your health, obviously. So you know, it's about keeping the right rhythm, keeping the right balance, not overdoing in some areas. You know, sometimes, for example, people that I don't know, you know, I see very often young mothers that are completely dedicated to their child, which is obviously, but you know, you need to find a way to get out of that in order to take care also of yourself, because otherwise after a month, 3 months, or a year, you will be completely drained, and this is obviously harmful for your health.
Okay, thank you. But how to combine successfully family and work? Because, for example, you are a mother of 3 children. Maybe do you have some life hacks?
Well, it's not always easy, obviously. It's not always easy. But you know, I think that in each stage of the life of your children, things are different. I mean, when the children are very young, it's physically more difficult, because you really need to be there. Otherwise, you know, there might be an accident or something might happen. Then later on, when the children get older, it's not necessary for you to be physically present, but you need to be present in a more efficient way when the children really need you. So I think that when the children are young, it's important to ask for help. So especially here in Russia, I mean, it's so easy to have help either from your family or from the family of the father, or even to have a ñaña. I mean, you have wonderful ladies taking care of children here. And you need to break your day, and to spend obviously some time and some hours with your young child, but then to be able to cut your day and to say, okay, I have 2 hours of work, or 3 or 4, I don't know how many hours you really need, and I will be focusing on what I'm doing and only that. And really focus on what you do, the time that you do it, and not getting interrupted the whole time. And by doing that, it's really very helpful, because you will be obviously more efficient. And then I think that what is very important, especially when the kids are getting older, you need to be able and say no sometimes. Okay, I'm your mother, I'm always here, but there are some times that I need for myself or for my work, or I need to close the door and nobody will come in, because this is very crucial for me. So and be able to communicate this, and that will be respected most of the times by the persons that are with you, by your family. If you set your boundaries, and if you are able to say no, you will be more respected by the people. This
Okay.
is my view, yes, and that I think it's very important to be able to set your boundaries in life, not only in your family actually, but also in your work. I mean, sometimes we see young professionals which are very dedicated with their work, because they are new in their work. So yes, this is important obviously to be dedicated, but then again you must be able to say at a certain point, okay, no, sorry, it's 7 o'clock, from 7 to 9 I need to be with my child or with my husband. I will give to you at tomorrow morning, or so unless there is a fire somewhere, or something very very important is happening, everything can wait actually. And it's something that one needs to be able to communicate to the other.
Okay, and I'd like to ask, maybe personally for me, in communication with children, because for me it's very urgent thing, because I think that, not I think, I am afraid that, for example, when my child will be 5 or 6 years old, I'm afraid that I will not be able to build the communication with him. I'm afraid that maybe I will break his personal boundaries, or vice versa. I will not pay much attention to him. How to feel this, in the middle,
Yeah.
the gold middle.
Yes. Yes. Well, first, I think that in order to be able to communicate well with your child, or in general, with the people, around you, you must be able to build the communication. In order to build the communication, you should work on that, and you should work on keeping mindful presence when you are communicating with the other. I mean, when I'm speaking to you, and I'm not checking what's happening around me. I'm really looking at you in your eyes. I'm trying to feel what you are telling me. in order to really listen to you, to listen to your needs, and to be able really to connect with you. So this is the same technique with the kids also. You know, when we are with our kids, we are with them and we don't do 300 other things. You know, when we speak with them and we have a serious discussion, they should really understand that we are present and we are really listening to what they are telling us and to what they are trying to tell us. So this is something, in my opinion, that that should start from a young age, because the sooner you do it with your kids, the easier the process becomes when they are older.
When
Because
they are teenage.
yes, exactly, yes, because they know that you are there, and they know that when they will speak to you, they will get something from you, something real. And you know, this comes throughout the years, and it's something that one needs to start from a young age, because then the pattern is there, and that specific pattern will also be the same pattern when they are 12 or 13 or 15 or 20, and in general, you know, if they feel that the mother and the father also is there for them, but really in an authentic way, then they will always come back to you. Because
For children not to feel themselves lonely, or no, to
yes,
feel that they can rely on parents.
yes, and also that, you know, parents are not only there to give advices. You know, I don't think that giving advice, well, obviously as a parent you always give advices, but I think that the most important is to give the example. You know, our kids, oh, you know, stop being on your phone, and you know, take a book and read a book, and etc. But if you are continuously on your phone, and this is the image that they have from you, you know, then this is repeat. And this is very important for young kids as well. You know, when my kids were young, I mean, when they were 5 or 6 or 7, it didn't exist, all those you know, the smartphones and all this. We only had you know, DVD players and things like that. And when I see now that, you know, young kids of the age of 2 or 3, they have a phone and they are playing with the phone, then you know, I think that it's a bad habit to take.
Of course, for health, for
Yes,
mental health, because they
yes,
are always their head is always in this position. Окей.
exactly.
Так, наверное, перейдем на русский немножко. Вот это все про детей я вела к тому, что самооценка — это очень важная вещь, и ее закладывают, ну, скорее всего, родители в нас, да, с детства. То есть они либо с нами на таком вот уважительном, да, тоне, либо, ну, как бы мы вырастаем с такой низкой самооценкой. И хотела спросить, может ли самооценка повлиять на нашу реализацию именно вот в работе? Или это не относится вообще к работе? То есть можно быть хорошим профессионалом без такой нормальной самооценки?
Самооценки — это self-esteem, да?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you should say also your question very shortly in English, so that the persons that are listening Russian.
Our self-esteem, can self-esteem raise our professional quality? For example, there are two people. One person doesn't think that he is professional enough, for example, for raising his price. But another person, he is quite okay. He works with a big price, with a high price. And sometimes I think that it's connected with self-esteem. How do you think?
Yes, well, prices are also connected with the market. I mean, you cannot, you know, ask for prices that are
For
not.
example, are equal in professional knowledge,
Yes,
but they feel in different way themselves in their work.
yes, yes. Well, the thing is that when you have low self-esteem in general, that is something which is communicated, sorry, to the person that you have in front of you. I mean, if you don't believe in what you are doing, if you don't
Mm-hmm.
believe in your value, then whatever the price you will put on your service or on the product you sell, it will have zero value. You know, you first need to believe in what you are doing, and this has an impact on the person you have in front of you, because the person you have in front of you will not believe you.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, self-esteem and self-confidence are very important. Very often we lose it because sometimes, you know, we have some kind of disappointment in our work, or something is not going the way we want it to be, and then, you know, we feel that everything is collapsing. But I think that what is important here is to take one step at a time, and you know, to be able to see small in the beginning, and then to grow slowly, slowly, step by step, and to be able to celebrate your successes. You know, when you have something working well, you must, you must take a break and say, okay, wow, you know, I did that, you know, I'm so good in that. Look at this result I had in my work, or look at you know, how many people are listening to me or believing what I'm saying, and so on. And you know, even if it's one or two or three very few successes, it doesn't matter, because this is by believing that this success is real, this is what will allow you to grow, and to increase your self-esteem as well. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, uh, big celebrations, and you know, see the big image, but go towards that, you know, that vision slowly. I think that this
Mm-hmm.
this is the
Okay.
way.
But what a person should do if, for example, the opinion of society is very, very not important, but no, very important for him or for her. For example, he makes some steps, but doesn't see the feedback from the society.
From the society or from his close surrounding?
Close surrounding, yeah.
Yeah, yes. Well, you know, this is a big question, and this is always, you know, the limiting
Yeah.
beliefs we have around us. Well, I think that we must break that. You know, we must. You are the one that knows what is good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so obviously you are also a personality that has been built with, you know, the people around you. You are not alone. So
Mm-hmm.
you come as a whole. You don't come alone. But I think that when when beliefs are coming to limit you, and then you need to break that, because otherwise, you know, you will not go
Reach the.
towards your
Mm-hmm.
intention, and your big vision.
Mm-hmm. Not to pay attention to such opinions, yeah.
Attention, it's difficult to ignore it, but you know, you have to explain to the people that are that this is a way for me, and I'm completely certain of what I'm doing. If you are completely confident in what you are doing, it will be easy to convince the other persons around you that this is my thing. I mean, I don't mind. In the beginning, when I started my new business, this health coach and wellness business, I had some persons around me telling me, but why do you do that? And why don't you stay with your real estate business? It's quite good, and you can earn lots of money and all that. But I knew that this is what I liked, and this was completely resonating in myself. So I didn't pay attention. I said, I don't mind. Okay, I can hear you, but uh, I'm not influenced by that. Of course, you always hear opinions. You have to hear the people that are around you and what they say and what is their opinion, but you need to stick to your inner voice and what you really believe that you can achieve.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And there is such opinion that people who speak in negative way, say some negative words, for example, they are unhappy themselves. Do you agree with it?
Yes, of course, of course. I recently did some seminars and education on the negative words with Nina. I don't know if she's listening to us right now. So the importance of the way we speak is huge. And this has also a very big impact on our kids. There are some words in each language, in English, in Russian, in Greek, in French. There are some words that are words, or sentences or expressions. We should really take a piece of paper and write them down and say, no, I will not use this, and I will use another way to express myself, because then this positive way of speaking uh, opens completely your mind and makes your brain more open to a positive way of thinking and positive living. So it's very important to use the right word and to use also the right thoughts, because by having the right words, then you have also the right way of thinking. It's very, and especially for young kids. When I go back in years and I think of all those words I was using sometimes as a mother, I realized that it was no good. But anyway, we're not perfect. This is also something that you young mothers should keep in mind. You are not born to be a mother sometimes, and you cannot well, actually, no, you might be born to be a mother, but we are never taught how to be a perfect mother.
Yes.
And this is something you learn through your mistakes. But I think that when there is love, unconditional love, then everything comes in the right way.
Through the experience. And speaking about words, I also read the article that in any languages there are more negative words than positive. That's why lots of people, they in their brain are just negative words, and even nothing happened, they just think that they must use negative words. They even can't imagine that they may speak in positive way.
Yeah, I'm not sure that there are more negative words than positive words. I think that
Maybe
most
they use.
probably what we have used, this is what we have heard and what taught throughout our life. And it's more easy sometimes to use a negative word than to use a positive one. But if we change that consciously, I think that it's really a matter of getting used to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's also
uh,
family.
it's a habit, like so many things in life. How to break bad habits and to bring good habits back in your life. This is a conscious effort you,
Mm-hmm.
you need in the
Making.
beginning, and then it becomes completely natural and very easy. And when you see the positive impact on that, then it's magic because everything is happened.
Mm-hmm. And making a conclusion, I'd like to ask you about some results in your work. Maybe some of them we we spoke mostly on mental health. Maybe they are connected with physical health of people. It's very interesting for me.
I see we have also some guests from Greece connecting.
Oh.
So some results. Yes, thankfully, I have had some results. I won't be saying names, of course, here because it's confidential, but I will give, a couple of examples. So one example is one of my clients who had some serious not serious health issues, but big health issues that could have become serious, which were related with stress.
Mm-hmm.
It was a young person, a young man actually, who was continuously stressed, and that had a huge impact on everything in his life, on his diet, on his family relations, on his relations with his with his colleagues, and because of that stress, he had also developed some pre diseases. So in the beginning, when I spoke to him, when he came to me, I really thought that there was nothing I can do. I mean, it was too much. I thought that I'm not able to.
Because
And
it's more
then,
kind of health, yeah.
uh, sorry.
Because you thought that it's very, very connected with health, yeah?
No, I thought that he was. I thought that I cannot help him because he really go to a psychologist, or he
Mm-hmm,
really
mm-hmm.
needs to do
Or to
plastic,
doctor.
and he had to lose many kilos, and it was a case. It was not like easy things.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I took the challenge, and step by step. And although there were some phases where I thought that he will not make it, and that he is really sabotaging himself in a way, uh, he made it, and he's completely back in track, and he lost his weight. He has changed completely his relation to his work. Uh, he's able to put his boundaries, as we said before. He feels much better. He has completely changed the way he's eating. He has included exercise in his life again. And I think that this is really something that makes me very, very proud. So this is one example I can think of. And then I have another example, which is another extreme. You know, it's a person, a lady, who didn't have, you know, many things going wrong. Actually, you know, she only needed to lose a couple of kilos and you know, to change a little bit the way she was exercising. So she had a few issues with her kids, but you know, nothing really major. But she felt that she wanted to improve her life. So something was missing. But in the beginning, you know, I could not really understand what was the issue. And throughout our relation and our work and the program I proposed to her, and you know, the tools, the techniques, and the specific tips I gave her, after a few months, she came to me and she told me that thanks to me, she has understood that she was not exercising correctly. She was only doing one specific exercise, which was harmful for her body. So she included yoga in her life, which in the beginning she was very, very negative in that. You know, she heard the voice yoga and she said, no, I don't want any yoga. But she included it. Then you know, she thought that she was eating well, but I showed her some other ways to eat, and some food that she should include and other that she should exclude, and she succeeded to without doing any diet really. She succeeded to lose the few kilos that she wanted to lose, and she feels, you know, much better with herself, and I think also with her surroundings. So that's another extreme, because it's someone that didn't have, you know, very big challenges, but nevertheless, after that that work we did together, well, she did actually, and I was guiding her, she managed to feel much better. And this is also something I'm very happy about and very proud.
Yes, you underlined the very important thing that we should do. We are guided, but we should do. No, nobody will do it for us. Okay.
Yes. But you know, something, most of the times we do know what we have to do for ourselves, you know. But sometimes it's very important to have, to build a system of belief around your action. And that system of belief can be a friend, or it can be a group, or it can be a coach. You know, someone who is really believing in you, and who holds your hand and, you know, helps you through. So this is the concept of being accountable. You know, when you have someone who is listening to you and who is supporting you, you feel accountable, or maybe then responsible. It's not really responsible, it's accountable. And you want to improve. So this is also the idea behind, you know, coaching also.
To
Yes.
have someone who is interested in your success, in your health. Yeah, I think if we have some questions from our readers, we will answer. But if we haven't, we will farewell.
Yes, I can't see. Okay. Well, is there something that maybe you would like to share? You know, how challenging it is to have a small child, and to develop your work connected with the teaching of languages, foreign languages. So how difficult that is, and also connected with because this is also very interesting. What we were exchanging, you know, last time, what you told me, that I think
I
is worth sharing.
I have been working for 2 years in school. I was there, I think, 24 hours, because when you even come home, you have some problems of your students, of their parents, and etc. But now I'm freelancer, and I have online lessons for small children. Yes, it's sometimes difficult. I can't say that my child always is crying. He's quite normal, but I try to, for example, entertain him, to buy some toys for him to look at them, and I can also for example, I can go to another room to even when he is playing with his toys, he may have some sounds, interesting sounds, and they can interrupt me. And he has a habit, for example, when I take him and for example have I don't know, a Zoom conversation or something like that, not connected with work, he lies on my hands, and he thinks that I'm speaking with him, and
Okay.
and he starts smiling, and I start smiling and laughing because he smiles.
Yes, but that's a cute way. You know, recently I was was calling an organization. I don't remember where, somewhere I think in UK, and while on the waiting call, the operator was saying, please excuse any voices which are coming from kids, or any animal, any animal noise, or any house noise, because this is due to the new way of working, etc. So I think that, now people are kind of adapting. In the beginning maybe it was a little more strict or challenging, but now, this is the new way of doing things.
Yes,
So it's
more patient and more understanding. But for example, when I study something for myself and watching them, looking at the monitor, he smiles because he thinks that I'm speaking with him. It's very, very funny.
that's good. So it's a way to think that he's connected, but very soon, he will understand that it's not real. So better, this is what we were saying before, better to put, the boundaries that now mommy is working, and in half an hour, I will be there with you. But anyway, your child is only 2 months old, so it's still okay. You can still play with that.
It happens not when I work, for example, when I study something or call my friends and etc. He smiles that thinking that I'm speaking with you.
That's
And
good.
when
Okay, that's
I'll start kissing him and etc.
that's nice.
The fact that he
Talking.
hmm?
Sorry, the connection is not very, very good. I think that there is
Ah,
something wrong.
mhm.
Yes, yes.
I say that I'm lucky that he is not crying always because there are children who cry every always. It's very
Yeah,
difficult, I think, for to work.
yeah. But, this is also what I was saying to another lady who is in your age with a very young child. I think also that everything comes at life, and you need to, when things are coming in your life, you really need to hold with that. I mean, don't try to overrule the situation. You have a baby of 2 months. Okay, you are also trying to develop your business, but one step at a time. Also, don't
Mm-hmm.
over self
Yes,
with
yes.
too
The
many.
amount. Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you be good there, you will not be good on the other in the other sector of your life, and the confusion.
Yes, my working hours not so much as it was 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay, great. So it was very nice connecting with you, and we'll keep in touch. I might come to Pula.
Oh, I will be very happy to see you.
Yes, it's not from Moscow anyway. Yeah.
Okay, it will be very, very good.
Thank you for this.
Thank you
Thank you very
too.
much. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
Bye.